Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing my video for the very first time, please like, share and click on the subscribe button, and you can also set up your notifications so you get notified when I post new videos. If you're also a returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you and I really appreciate you. Today we'll be making this Christmas inspired dress. This dress is for a 9-year-old, and I urge you to watch to the end so you can see how we made this beautiful video. Thank you very much and stay tuned. For this dress, I used 2.5 yards of this plaid material and 1 yard of the white material. So first off, I'm going to draw my starting line, and then I'm going to take my half length measurement, which is 12 inches. I'll just add half an inch sewing allowance also. Then I'm going to roll that out. The next thing I'm going to do is to take the back measurement, which is 12 inches. 12 inches divided by 2 is 6 inches. Then I'll go down for my chest line. I'll measure 5.5 inches, and then I'll place a ruler and roll that out. The next thing I'm going to do also is to take the bust measurement. For the bust measurement is 25 inches. So I'm going to divide 25 inches by 4. That is quarter of my bust area. I'm going to add 1 inch for sewing allowance, and for the waist also is 24 inches and then 1 inch sewing allowance. So you're going to divide 24 divided by 4. Then I'm just going to roll out my armhole area. Then I'll come down by half an inch for the shoulder slope, and then for my neck depth, for my neck width, I went in with 2.5 inches, and for my neck depth is 7 inches, because it's a pinafore dress, and then the neck depth is going to be in a V shape, which is going to be deep, so that the design from the white fabric will show when you're done sewing. So, and that is all for the front piece. Then I'll go ahead and trim that out just like so. Once I'm done trimming it out, then the next thing I'm going to do is to fold the fabric into two. Place the front part, leave 1 inch for zipper allowance, like so, and then I'm just going to trim that out. Note, if you're a beginner, I would advise to always use a pin to secure your fabric so you don't make any mistake. And if you have watched my video to this level, please do not forget to click the subscribe button and also drop a comment if you have any question to ask. And once I'm done trimming that out, this is how it's going to look like so. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and measure. So for my neck, back neck depth, I went down by 1 inch. Then I'm just going to join down that to the neck width that I measured for the front part. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to get my scissors and cut that out. I'll also trim out the front part as well, that the one I measured before, the back part, and I'll just go ahead and slit the zipper allowance open. And once I'm done with the cutting, I went ahead to cut out my lining. After cutting my lining, I went ahead and I joined the shoulder together. This is me joining the shoulder of the main fabric. I'll also go ahead and join the shoulder of the lining as well. And this is how it's going to look like. As you can see, you can take that to the ironing table and iron out your shoulder after joining to give it a good and neat finishing. Once you're done with that, you just place the lining on the main fabric, and then you can just use your pin to secure, around the neck area. You take that to your sewing machine, and then you sew in with half an inch round for the neck, like so. So you just follow the direction of my hand, just sew like that. You have to be very careful when you're sewing that, because for this dress we are doing invisible sewing. That means you can't see the sewing part inside. So I'm done with that. I've done that to the armhole area as well. Once I'm done with that, I took it to the ironing table and I ironed it out smoothly. neatly and smoothly. See the neck area, then you can see the armhole area. The next thing right now, you can see that the lining and the fabric is separate. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to join the lining together, and then we'll join the main fabric together as well. So for the skirt part of my dress, from the measurements, the full length is 44 inches. So I'm just going to place from my half length to the full length, which is 12 inches to 44 inches. That is what you see me doing in this place. I'm placing my tape rule, and then for the second one, because it's a 2-layer skirt attached to the dress, so for the second part of the layer, I'm just going to divide that from the 12 inches to 44. The measurement I think is 23, then I divided it into 2, and then that is the measurement for the second layer. Once I'm done, I've already cut out that skirt part already. I'm just showing you how I arrive at that measurement. Once I'm done with that, I'll just take it to the sewing machine and I'll gather it like so. So here I'm trying to join the main fabric and then the lining to each other. So this is what I'm going to do. You're going to place the lining together from the front parts, and then you make sure that the armhole area of the main fabric and the lining are placed accordingly. So once you've done that, this is what you're going to achieve. Now I've joined it together, and I'm going to open the joining area, and then I will iron it to give it a neat finishing as well. So once I'm done with that, this is the gathered area for the skirt for the 2 layers. You see I'm done joining. I've ironed that out. So I'm going to separate the lining from the main fabric. Then I'll just layer the gathered skirt area and sew them and take them to the sewing machine and sew. So for the white inner, we're just going to follow the same measurements for the upper bodice of the pinafore. We'll take our half length, we'll take our back measurements, we'll take we just follow almost the same measurements. The armhole area, we're going to take our half length, then take our bust area, our waist. Then for the hip, I didn't take our measurement, but I just added few inches to our waist area since it's just in our blouse. So we'll go ahead and measure out that, and then the next thing we're going to do is to join it together. The length of the blouse is 18 inches. So the next thing I'm just going to do is just to trim that out. Please, if you've watched my video up to this level, that means you're enjoying my video. If you have not clicked the subscribe button, you can go ahead and do that, and also turn on your notification to get notified when I post new videos. So once I'm done with cutting out the blouse, the next thing I'm going to do is to fold another fabric into 2 for the back area of the blouse, and then I'm just going to place the front parts on the folded fabric to just trim out the back area like so. And once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and take the neck measurement. For the neck depth, for the neck width is 2 inches because it's going to have a bishop collar, and then the neck depth is also 2 inches. For the back area, so I'll just take my 1 inch depth, neck depth, and then go ahead and just use my cuff ruler to join that together. Once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is just to use my scissors to trim that out. And please, if you have any question to ask, you can drop that in the comment section. I'll be available to respond to all your questions. So as you can see, once I'm done trimming out the neck area, the next thing I'm going to do for the back area, I'll go down by 6 inches, and then I'm just going to use my chalk to curve a little bit, like half an inch out to meet at the neck depth upper part, and that will be for the button slits at the back. Once I'm done trimming that out, this is how it's going to look like. So the next thing we're going to do is just to open up for the front area. From the neck area, I will go in by 1 inch and then go down by 7 inches. So that is what we're going to use for the front design on the blouse, where we are going to get the ruffles. So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to trim that out and use my scissors to also trim it out. So this is what we have now. I've cut out that front part. So that is the the pieces that I cut out from the front area. So the next thing we're going to do is to replace that pieces that we cut out on a lace material. This is what we're going to join. So as you can see, I've placed it on a lace material. I use my hemming gum to stick it together. So for the ruffles, we're just going to take the measurement round from the neck area and then place it on the fabric and cut that out. Take it and go and gather that one. Once you are done gathering it, this is how it's going to look like. So you're going to place your lace on it and then you sew it. And this is the finished look once you're done sewing. So you're just going to join your front and your back together by the shoulder area. You go ahead and do that. So for the sleeve, we're just going to draw out your starting line as usual, and then you take your sleeve measurement, which is 18. For this measurement is 18 inches, but I added 5 inches to the 18 inches to give it that puffiness. Once I'm done with that, I don't have a particular way to take this particular measurement. I'm just going to give it a big curve and then take the ankle measurement. For the ankle measurement, I'm just going to take the ankle measurement is 9 inches, which is 4.5. I'm going to add like 2 or 3 inches to it because I'm going to use elastic to gather it. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to trim it out, and this is how it looks like. So for the bishop collar, I'm just going to fold this fabric and take out 3 inches wide, and then I'm just going to take the measurements around the neck area, and that will determine my the length of my bishop collar. I'm just going to multiply it by 2, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'll cut out the fabric. I'll let the width to be 3 inches, and then once I'm done with that, I'll take it to the sewing machine and just plait it on the neck area. So once I'm done with that, I'll just go with the bishop collar. I would go in by 1 inch, turn it out, so that when I want to fix the button hole, it will be very easy for me. Once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead, I'll join it together and then start pleating it on the neck area. I'm also going to cut out small pieces of fabric, fold that in and just sew it. That will serve as my button hole. So I'm just going to sew that and place it on the bishop collar before joining it to the neck of the blouse. And that is what you can see me doing here. I've turned it out. I'm going to place it inside my bishop collar. So once that is done, the next thing we're going to do is just to take it to the sewing machine and then start pleating on the neck area, like I said earlier. So what I'm doing here is I'm pleating it on the neck area. Now that is the bishop collar. I'll just take your time and pleat it round. Once you're done with that, this is how it's going to look like. Then you can go ahead and top stitch it as well to make it firm and stand. And this is what it looks like. You can see the outcome of it. So that is when, as you can see, it's not standing well. That is when you will now take it to the sewing machine to top stitch on it. So the next thing is just to join it by the side by 1 inch, then hem it round. Then for the sleeve, we'll measure out 2 inches, and then you place your elastic When you're pressing your elastic, make sure that the elastic, you hem it first, and you place your elastic. When you place your elastic, make sure that you are holding it firmly, drawing it to your side, and that is when it will form the gathers. So you just place the elastic and put your machine foot on the elastic with the needle to hold it down. Then you're going to draw it, and you just keep sewing on it gradually to form the ruffles. And that is what you see me doing here. I'm holding on to the elastic. You can see that I'm drawing the elastic to myself, and then I'm just, as you're sewing on it, it is forming the ruffle already. So you repeat the same thing on the second sleeve, and this is how it's going to look like. So you can spread it, and then it will come back to the ruffle. Then for the armhole area, I'm just going to sew that one, and I will gather it. Once I'm done gathering it, then I will attach it to the armhole area of the blouse. This is how it will look like once you're done gathering it, as you can see. So you just take that to your sewing machine and attach it to the blouse, and that is all for the white blouse. So this is how the sleeve is going to look like when you're done attaching it. You can see I'm trying to show you once you're done gathering the sleeve, the ankle area, and all. And once we are done, this is how it's going to look like. You can see it's beautiful, and I made a red bow tie to complement the dress. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.